Hey everybody, it's Lee, and this is Let Us Say It For You. Happy what holiday is this? Labor Day? Labor Day holiday. Shout out to my daughter's dad. It was his birthday. This is his birthday holiday. It's always funny because in most of our friendships, Micah and I have March 6th, which is usually spring break. So we always get some type of spring break. Hold on, he calling me now. Hold on. Hello. Bec- I'm currently doing the podcast and you're interrupting me. It's an emergency. That's all. Okay. Like right now. uh, What about like the next hour? Yeah, that'd be great. Do that. Oh, okay, bye. All right, well, that was Manny. He wanted to bring me in early. I said, let's not, because then they're gonna knock and then the dog's gonna bark, and then it's just gonna be a whole drama, and I can't be bothered. Either way, everyone's birthday in the crew seems to be around the holiday. Paige's birthday is on Halloween. We had friends' birthday was around 4th of July. So we always have something to do when it's somebody's birthday. So shout out to whoever's birthday is around. It is fucking Virgo season. Let's have a quick little tidbit about that. That is not on the notes, but let's talk about them. Y'all know how I feel about September Virgos, which is crazy to me because some of my closest friends are September Virgos. We got Sasha's and we got the Sadies. And Sasha and Sadie be doing the same shit. So it seems like y'all really all really are the same. But I don't know what it is about September Virgo men that irritates, right? And yeah, my baby daddy kind of led the charge for that, but I know a lot of people who don't like Virgos. It's not just me, and I do feel like the September ones are worse. And it's like they're like almost like crazy, delusional or something. I don't know. And they are not my least favorite. My least favorite are Cancer. Shout out to Marie. Marie Watts listened to the podcast. She was like, she was just getting hype, and then I talked about how much I didn't like Cancers, and she is a Cancer. I feel a way about Cancers. I'm not gonna lie, but whatever. Libras, though, number one, October Libras are real life supervillains. Think Jafar, think Scar from Lion King, think Ursula. I think every single one of them were October Libras. Worst people. Like just anyway. Happy birthday, all the Virgos, regardless of your behavior. Hope you all had a good time. I have a whole bunch of shit to talk about today and not a lot of time. So let's get it started. The first thing I want to talk about is Miguel. I love Miguel. I am a huge Miguel fan. Okay, I know all his albums from front to finish. He recently did a performance. I believe the new song is called Rope. And he had he had hooks in his back, like his actual back skin. There were bars in there, and then he connected some type of apparatus to this, and this man was literally hanging from the fucking ceiling by his back, by hooks in his back. Okay, I want to like this and I want to support this because I am a fan. However, it didn't resonate with me. It didn't click, Miguel. And so maybe I gotta listen to the song and maybe feel the the vibe in it. I think his caption under that was, "What is your relationship to pain? What is your relationship to pleasure or something?" And it's like, I don't get it. I'm not connecting. I'm not feeling the connection to it was too much for me. Yes, me too, Britt Miller. I don't get it. But I'm not gonna knock him because I love him regardless. And I still haven't even heard the damn song. So I'm gonna listen to it, but he lost me a little bit with the bars in the back. And I guess in his personal life, I'm trying to connect this to baby. I think he's going through a divorce again. Him and his wife have like filed and unfiled. And I think they've filed again recently. So maybe this is like some type of artistic thing for her or whatever. I don't know. Didn't care for the nails in the back, but I do I do appreciate his artistic creativity, and I am very excited that a new album is on the way because, like I said, I am a huge Miguel fan. So I'm ready to see what the fuck all this, hanging by your back shit is about. Um, don't want to talk about this too much. But the Pinky Girl. So there was a hoopla last week because she's actually dark skinned. Who knew? The girl that be like ice cream so good all the time. She's actually, I wouldn't say she's my shade dark, but she's darker than she appears on Every little snippet that I see. I have not watched any of the videos of her sucking dick. I heard she can take, let me not, I'm not going to disrespect her. I'm so sorry. I'm about to go there. I heard she can take some big old dicks. She's really, really light in everything that she appears on. So the debate that I've seen, and I also heard this on It's Lovely Tea. That's one of the YouTubers that I listen to. The debates that have been going on is that she knows how to play the game, right? Like if you guys are watching this on YouTube, there's only so many views I get on YouTube. People don't necessarily watch me on YouTube. They listen to the podcast more than I watch. But if you want to move through the algorithms, we have to just be honest. Dark skins do not get pushed through as much. I don't want to argue with no light-skinned white person. It's just the fact. The darker you are, the less you're promoted through it. And for whatever reason, we just keep acting like that's not the case. So Sis is sort of kind of playing the game in order to get her thing by. And I forgot what the numbers were, but she apparently makes a whole bunch of fucking money just saying ice cream's so good and like licking the air and shit like that. So if it works, should we knock her? People do. I mean, people are literally. She was one of the people on OnlyFans. She was literally on OnlyFans, apparently taking big old dicks, like every hole. I heard she was taking dicks everywhere. So looking extra light skin and saying ice cream's so good is a much easier way. You know what I'm saying? To make $10,000 a day than taking major dicks all the time. So I'm not necessarily that upset with it, I guess. If she was really playing the game, fine. I don't really care to argue with people who don't want to be like dark skinned. Like it's, to me, that is an inner thing. So I don't know why people are so pissed at her about that too. She did come out and say, oh, you know, I maybe went in the sun and sometimes I get a little darker. So she was even, in my opinion, trying to defend that I'm not this dark. I just look this dark because I got a tan. I don't got no time for bitches fighting with what they look like and their own inner demons or whatever. It's like she did come out and then say, but I am proud to be a Black woman, which obviously we beg to differ since she looked my mama color. My mama is high yellow. That's how sis look on everything we see her on. But honestly, to me, she looked like she was bleaching in the video. So now to see that it's just, you know, poor lighting or whatever, it makes a lot more sense. Either way, I wish the ice cream girl the best. I really don't care that much that she's actually looks better, in my opinion, as a dark skinned woman. The way she actually fucking looks. She looks better like that than the shit she comes up with. But whoever's paying this probably do want her to look a little more ambiguous. So maybe she doesn't necessarily want to resonate as a nigga because you don't get as much money for it. I don't know. But I wish her well. I still think it's an easier way to make money than what I heard she was doing. I heard. Okay. All right, let's talk about Brittany Renner. All right, so Brittany, I don't know what Brittany Renner is famous for. I don't know what she was famous for before everything, but I just remember, and I don't know if she wrote a book. Was she the one that wrote the book? I think she wrote like the book talking about all these famous niggas she's had sex with. This is not the first time somebody has done that. And I never understand how women do that, but whatever. And it was maybe last year after she had her baby with the PJ guy. I think it was last year, maybe earlier this year. She came out like a whole bunch of other people, Alexis Sky and Black China in particular. And it's like born again hoes, right? Like we don't suck dick no more. We ain't out here fucking people's niggas no more. Now we like God. And that's what we're pushing. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I never knock a hoe trying to change her life, but it irritates me because these particular, maybe not Alexis Sky as much, and I won't even say necessarily Black China, but Brittany Renner in particular has publicly, I've seen videos and heard her comment on encouraging girls to spread the pussy like samples at the mall, right? And I'm guessing because it's finally caught up with her, or maybe nobody, I don't know what changed, but now it's, I shouldn't have used my body like this. I've let men disrespect me for years. I'm so ashamed of the decisions I made. I want to go find God. All right, she just did this shit now, and she's been chill, it seems like, since she's done that. Like, it hasn't been, I don't think I've heard anything crazy about her. She just did an interview on a podcast, and Charleston White was on there. Don't necessarily like him either. I've heard him say some very crazy shit, and I don't understand why we're still supporting this nigga either. Like, literally, like, on, like, something about raping kids, like, some really, I just don't fucking get it. I don't get it. But anyway, she was clearly on something, and sis was like straddling him. Like, I didn't watch the podcast. I didn't even watch the snippet. I kind of didn't want to see it. It was cringy, but she definitely did appear like she may have been on some type of drug or something. And then she apparently threw something at the host. And then she got into this whole argument about the tear. Like when women give birth, sometimes they tear, sometimes they got to cut you so the baby can get out of there. So the whole situation, the snippets of it I saw were just really, really sad. And I don't know, man. I don't know, y'all. I try to be sympathetic to women going through stuff like this because to me that's not normal. So clearly she must be dealing with some type of inner stuff. But my only issue with like the born again women, you guys pushed this whole shit for years. You get what I'm saying? And then now y'all pushing Jesus down our throat. Like we weren't the ones out here sucking dicks and doing what the fuck y'all was doing. We don't need you to push this on us. We was going to church, right? We were doing what we were supposed to do. I feel like when people all of a sudden make this switch and then start beating the Bible across everybody else's faces all day, it's like, who are you trying to convince? Are you trying to convince us? Or are you trying to convince yourself? And even within the midst of her doing all that, she still clearly is going through something because she popped something and was just like straddling this guy. And every time I see that, I just feel so bad. It's like those pretty girls. You always hear about the really, really pretty girls that be hoes. And I never understood the logic, but I guess it's just something with men usually just come at you because you're attractive and maybe you think that's all you have to offer. I don't know. The whole situation was embarrassing. I haven't seen her say anything about it, but I know that can't be a good look for her. And it's like, if I'm being honest, maybe she does need to make a change. Like whatever fucking drugs you taking, whatever type of liquor you drinking, maybe you do need to take a pause for the cause and take it to the church. And in regards to that, Blac Chyna has irritated me with this Angela thing because it's like, again, like I said, y'all have promoted this whole shit for so long and proudly too. And then it's like now all of a sudden, what the fuck is Blac Chyna on CNN for? Like she was on CNN doing an interview for what? Like I don't understand. Shout out to her for being able to get on CNN. But what the fuck is you talking about? Like what is this happening for? I will say Alexis Sky, her like turn to Jesus has seemed the most believable, I think, right? She seems like she's made a real transition. I don't know, but I just, this irritates me because as somebody who's never been on no whole shit, right? And I've had to watch whole nonstop, and then it's like now y'all want to, well, no, I'm like you, I'm a lady, ma'am. You can be whatever you want to be, but it's mad videos you doing crazy shit all over the world. And then the fucking Brittany Renner girl just kind of added something else for people to drag her for. And it's like, baby girl, damn, like I don't know if she ain't got parents in her life or friends or family or something, but I've been skeptical of everybody's like change, and she has clearly proven that she hasn't done that yet. Blac Chyna seems like she's still sticking to it. And Alexis Scott, like I said, but I don't know. It's like y'all ho, and then all of a sudden we supposed to just take y'all as new saints. Like I just don't get it. And Charleston White of all people, this man is so cringy. You know what I'm saying? Like I think about the morning after, like when all that shit has settled and the blogs are around. It's like, what did you do? Got your pussy out on the people live. All right. I don't want to go there yet because that's too long. Okay, let's go to something I saw yesterday. So there is a lady named Ro Bash. I think that's her name. I'm going to spell it. It's RHO, next name BASHE. And I just viewed her Instagram before I came on here. She has a lot of followers on Instagram, so I would give her like an influencer status. It's like 14K, whatever. She posts a lot. She went viral recently because she said she was out and she made a video. A man asked for her number. She said no, and he picked up a brick and hit her in the side of the face. There were a ton of men around, and nobody did anything. So she got in the video. She was crying. Her face was swollen as fuck. And you can probably find the story on the Shade Room, or maybe just put her hashtag in. And she said, she made the video, and she was just like, this guy just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these men stood around here, and none of these men did anything. The man hit her in the face with the brick and literally just got in his car and left. So then one of the guys in video, he was like, what you want us to do? what you want us to do. And all right, so I have a lot of opinions on this. Number one for me, my biggest thing with a man is I need to feel safe around a man, right? In this particular situation, she obviously probably wasn't there with any of these men. So these are just men in general that are around. It's a toss up because, like, I got a gun. I don't think you look at me and just think I might pull the blicky out and shoot somebody, but bitch, I will. So you just never know. And for a nigga to really just walk up and hit a bitch in the face with a fucking brick, people around gives no fucks about repercussions and just gets in the car and drives off. These other men around were obviously scared, right? Now, this is where it's true. Y'all pussy, you got to just take that. But they probably balancing that. Do I want to die for a bitch I don't know? Or do I want to get home to my family? This is really what I'm thinking. So it's really tough because I'm obviously I'm on her side, because what if it was me? Niggas try to talk to me all the time, and I always say no. So this could have easily been me getting hit with a brick, which is also something that really freaks me out, being around a bunch of niggas. Somebody could have pulled on me. And you do hope that some other man that was raised right is around and tells a nigga to get up off you. But it's not always the case. You don't know what caliber of man you have around you. And no, I don't necessarily feel like it's these guys' job to defend her. But Black men, we got to really ask ourselves something, right? The narrative going around that y'all don't protect Black women has been floating around for years now. And y'all keep kind of fucking proving it right. You get what I'm saying? So I guess that's more of a question for men. If you're around and you see a woman getting bothered by a guy, she says no, and then he picks up a fucking brick and hits her in the face, are you going to intervene? Are you going to tell this nigga he wildin'? Or are you going to just say what you want us to do? Like the nigga who replied, what you want us to do, he's a bitch, right? Because my thing is, if you already ain't helped, you didn't have to say that. Like, what you want us to do? I want you to act like a man and tell him to back the fuck up. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would like you to do. So then the question comes in, I don't know where the fuck she was at. I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but this is obviously not okay. Like, it's obviously not okay. And there are multiple stories I've heard of women literally getting killed because a man has asked for their number and they said no. I remember a really sad story I heard. It was a college student. The guy asked her for a number. She said no. And he just kept following her. He just kept bothering her. And for whatever fucking reason, man, she walked to her car by herself. She was parked in a parking garage. And he literally raped her, strangled her. I think just left her in her car or something like that. And it was a Black guy. It was just some, when they caught him, which was easy because fingerprints was everywhere, DNA was everywhere, cameras were everywhere. He was just like, oh, I know why y'all here. And he just kind of, so I don't know. It's like, it's a toss up. It's a toss up. You never know what people have on them. These men were obviously probably nervous in the situation as well. But it's like, I just can't understand. It was at least like 10 men around, scattered in every which way. And nobody helped this woman who got hit in the face with a fucking brick. I remember years ago, there was a video of a guy, I think he had like punched the woman in the face. This is in New York somewhere, or threw her in the garbage or some shit like that. For somebody who's already a little weary on you niggas, I need help understanding what the motive is here. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get being scared, but where are your women and at what point do you guys stand for something? I just don't understand. I don't understand how that works. They definitely could have jumped his ass for something. It was like 10 of them. You know what I'm saying? But again, in defense of that, he could have had a gun in the car, right? He could have had a gun on his hip, which is even scarier because it's like, we really need to get this nigga off the road. See, and so shout out to Sheree. Sheree said this is why she gives her number and then just blocks them later. Sis, I don't look approachable, right? Niggas who walk up to me really gotta like have the heart of a lion, okay? Because I don't look like the type of bitch you should come ask a question to. But that's why it's necessary to start arming up. It is very necessary. I would definitely advise everybody to have a weapon because, I mean, at this point, you're literally just minding your business. And because a man wants you, and, men in their pride, I was trying not to necessarily make this too much of a man thing, more so this particular asshole in particular, and the weak ass niggas that were around him that didn't help him do anything. I just don't understand the logic there. And then where are we heading? You know what I'm saying? Like, what trajectory are we going down to where a woman can just get hit in the face with a brick and a whole bunch of niggas stand around and nobody does anything? The type of guys I have as homeboys or whatever, this would have never. Okay, them niggas crazy, right? And I like that. I got crazy Jamaicans and crazy Haitians on my side, right? So I do feel safe, but protection is such a big thing to me. And I hope there was no guy around that she liked or anything like that, because that's even worse. It's just like, nigga, what's the motive? Okay, pause. I have another comment. Bars Sway says, yeah, they could have jumped his ass. That's correct. At the same time, men have died trying to save people. That lunatic might just have a gun with him and shoot anyone trying to intervene. I absolutely agree, and I feel like that's what was crossing these guys' mind. You got to think about how bold he was to even do some shit like that in front of so many people. He more than likely probably did have some type of weapon, and they said he just got in his car and left after that. And so I really hope they do find him. I really do hope some type of charge comes up against him. I don't fucking get it. You're such a bitch for doing that to a woman because she doesn't want you. You get what I'm saying? So I really do hope that he is found and this is kind of rectified in some type of way. But it's really a debate. It's really a debate because, I mean, this could be someone's father, right? This could be a husband and a dad that sees something like this happen and he's just tries to help this woman and he fucking gets killed. So I don't know, but I don't think the solution is fuck that bitch, let her just get hit in the face with a brick. Like, I don't think that's the solution either. I do think something should have happened. It should have been the Montgomery brawl. Like, that ain't teach us nothing, right? All for all. What was it? One for all for one? Whatever the fuck the thing is. So, yeah, so anyway, I hope the girl's okay. Like I said, she seems popular enough. She has a big social media following, so I'm sure she's gonna ride this shit out. But why didn't they do anything? I need more dialogue. I don't know, Sheree, but all I know is when she made the video, one of the guys was like, "What you want us to do? What you want us to do?" So to me, that reply to the gentlemen in here that are saying men have died jumping in, and women still went with the abuser. True, but she didn't know this guy. This was just a random guy that hit her in the face with a brick. You get what I'm saying? So it's a toss up. It's a toss up. I don't understand the context. Like I said, I don't know what happened. She started to record after she got hit and she was crying. Her face was really, really swollen. Like it was bad. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like it's also, I can't just put it on all these men to put their life on the line too. So it's really a toss up, but it is very disheartening. Someone said that, disheartening. It is very disheartening to know that a bunch of men will just stand around and watch a woman be assaulted and do nothing. This little reminds me of, there was a case in New York, I think it was last year or something. A woman literally got raped on a fucking subway train full of people. I'm so fucking confused. I'm so confused as to how. And in that case, I would have intervened, right? How do you guys let a woman get sexually assaulted on a fucking train full of people? So there's a whole bunch of cases like this where there are just a whole bunch of cowards who just choose not to. The man who attacked her is clearly one because you're picking on some. No, this lady wasn't small. Let me also say that. She's not a small lady. Like, she's physically a bigger girl, thick as hell, big old ass, huge ass. So she's not like a little itty bitty girl either. So I don't know how big this nigga was. Like, maybe he was bigger than her. And in that case, this is like a fucking linebacker or some shit. And maybe niggas was scared. I don't know. Sheree. I don't know what happened. But I'm really sorry to Ro. And I just hope they find who this is. I'm gonna try to keep up with the story and hopefully I can follow it. All right. I don't usually talk about this girl often, but she just gave birth and I would like to congratulate her. Krishan just had her baby. Shout out to Krishan Rock. She named the baby Krishan. Makes sense? Okay, it's her little junior. I think that's cute. I saw the back and forth a little bit last night because she said Mr. Blueface was not there when she gave birth to the baby. All right. I don't really talk about that much because I don't watch any of that shit, right? Or the baddies. I don't understand why people let Blueface talk to him like that. I don't understand why his baby mama BBL looked like that. I don't understand why Krishan keeps taking her tooth in and out. Like, all of that is too much for me, right? But I do feel like childbirth and motherhood is such a overwhelming process, right? For anyone who's had a kid, you know what the fuck that's like. You know what your emotions are like. Having the baby is fucking stressful. When the baby come out, you got to adjust to that, especially if you're not prepared for it. Why would she want a nigga around that's constantly, literally, just calling her every which fucking name in the book? Why would she want him there? I don't really see the purpose. And he done told her and us multiple fucking times he didn't want the baby. Then said the baby wasn't his. Then proceeded to say, okay, well, I'm gonna take the baby and I'm gonna make my other baby mama raise the baby. Like, the whole situation is just so confusing. I haven't really had much sympathy for her because she's kind of signed up for this. But if the woman is seemingly trying to get out of a toxic fucking situation, why are we upset with that? I know that he's the daddy, but does he give a fuck about being the daddy? Okay, bitch. And my thing is, nigga, you knew your baby was being born. If you want to go be there, go be there. Everybody knows it's his fucking baby. So he could have gone if he wanted to go. He did not want to do it. And I'm not in the business of begging niggas to be in their baby's lives either. Now, it depends on what my situation is, right? When I had my daughter at a young age. And my daughter's dad was there, so I didn't have this problem. But I don't think anything's wrong with her not having him there. Like, because it would have just been the Blueface show. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then she went live when she was giving birth, I think. And I'm like, okay, bitch. But this is her life. She's social media, right? This is how she makes her money. And to be fair, she's going to have to maybe try to find some type of avenue that involves this baby so she can generate some type of cash. Because what the fuck does Krishan do? Like, is she... I literally know nothing about them except she keeps taking her tooth in and out and she's fucking Blueface. So she may have to find some type of reality show that'll involve the baby. Somebody backing up outside, y'all hear me? I don't know, but I'm not mad at her for not having him there. It's not an issue for me. All right, I got 2 more topics and then I'm done. I'm gonna start with the more serious one. I'm gonna start a more serious one. Okay. There's a young lady named Jakayla Williams. I read this story like Monday of last week or Tuesday, something like that. Jakayla Williams. She's 18 years old. Don't you start, Teddy. Don't you start. Somebody close the door outside. He don't play that shit. Y'all see him walking. If y'all watching on YouTube, you'll see my dog in the back. Like he gonna do something. Everybody fucking scared of you. Anyway, so Jakayla Williams, she gave birth to a baby on August 13th. And she wrapped the baby in a blanket, put the baby in a duffel bag, and threw the baby in the garbage. Her family had no idea she was pregnant. They found out on the 23rd of August. That was Kira's birthday. Shout out to Kira. They asked her, where's the baby? What happened? Where'd it go? She said she had the baby at the hospital and gave the baby to somebody at the hospital. I believe she said like some orange hair lady or some shit like that. The family then says, let's go to the hospital and get the fucking baby. I can't believe you gave the baby to somebody at the hospital. So they go to the hospital, they try to find the baby. This is when people at the hospital call the authorities and they say, we need y'all to come down here. This girl says she gave us a baby. So basically at this point now, they feel like they have a stolen baby situation. So that's why they called the police. Within a couple hours of talking to her, the police, realized that it was all cap, and they got the story out of her that she gave birth to the baby at home, I believe. Yeah, she gave birth to the baby at home, and within like 2 hours, she just wrapped him up and put him in the garbage. She did say that the baby was still alive when she did this, and they ended up having to, a couple days later, that dumpster had been emptied, like at the landfill. So they had to kind of coordinate with that and figure out, and they did find the baby's remains. They found him at the landfill. So she's 18. This girl was 18 years old. And everyone was saying that there was a rule, the safe haven rule. I don't know what Florida's is. I got to look Florida's up. But Alabama's safe haven rule states that you have, is it 40? You have 45 days to drop a baby off at any hospital or fire station that handles that. It's like a little, it's very sweet. It's like a little box. They have a name for it. And you can literally just put the baby in the box and it automatically just portals the baby to a hospital representative and they'll take the baby up to 45 days old. It's safe haven rule. All right. So for one, I'll say this: abortions are illegal in Alabama. which is where she did this. Abortions are also illegal in Florida now, if I'm not mistaken. So y'all better fucking be careful. So she could not have gotten rid of the baby if that is what she wanted to do. I also don't know if she was aware of the safe haven law and the fact that she could have just dropped him off at the hospital or given him to someone at the hospital instead of literally killing him. And when she was asked why she did this to the baby, she said she was only 18. She did not want to be a mother yet. And childcare expenses were too expensive. I'm trying my best not to deem her as like some evil, wicked bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really, because to me, you can't be in your right mind to give birth to a baby and then put it in a fucking duffel bag and throw it in the garbage. You know what I'm saying? There's also been a bazillion other cases of women doing things like this. Like this is very, very fucking common, unfortunately. There was a case in Alabama as well. This was years ago. I wrote her name down. Her name was Tierra Capri. This was 20 plus years ago. And she beat her 4-month-old to death. She beat her 4-month-old baby to death. And she's on death row. Like she still doesn't, it's been 20 years and she still doesn't have an execution date. And I did look that up too. They're usually informed at least 30 days before their execution date. So that's really as much heads up as you get. But she's on death row. And so they say that Jakayla is facing the death penalty as well. And apparently Alabama is really about that action. Like Alabama be sentencing bitches to death for real. A lot more than every other state. Alabama has like the highest sentencing thing. I guess what I'll say is this. The whole abortion thing, to each his own. I do think women have the right to make that decision. And in Alabama, it's along the lines of, like in most states, it's along the lines of Brenda's Got a Baby video. Exactly. That Brenda's Got a Baby video was sad. Oh, I hated that Brenda's Got a Baby video. But so here's the bottom line of it. I think women should have the right to choose what they want to do or not. These abortion laws do not exclude incest or rape. So if a woman was raped, she is forced to have this child. And I never understood the logic by that. If a woman is raped by her father, you want her to then still have that baby and expect what for this fucking family? You get what I'm saying? Expect what for this woman and expect what for this child. So I don't know Jakayla's situation in any way, shape, or form. But I do know that she was not allowed to have an abortion in her state. She clearly didn't have any fucking money because that was what her logic was. Yes, I can argue about why is she fucking, but she's 18. All of us been fucking. So I'm not gonna go there with it either. I can't excuse what she did with this baby because there were so many other things that she could have fucking done than what she decided to do. And at this point, she is facing the death penalty. At 18, your whole fucking life is gone now because of that. And the other girl that did it, they kept using her. That's how I even found out about her case. Alabama will sentence her to death, more than likely, and she'll just sit there for 20 plus fucking years. And it's like you wanted freedom and you didn't have money, and now you're about to be in jail forever. You get what I'm saying? So I expect more things like this to keep happening because for whatever fucking reason, the government feels they find it necessary to be involved with our ovaries and what the fuck we got going on. So the more we sit here and ban people having abortions, it's the more we're going to have situations like this. And when I heard when I heard there was no exemption for incest and for rape, to me, that kind of just shows the depravity of it all and how much they really don't give a fuck what any of that stuff mentally does for us. There have been comments made by the people who passed these laws saying that women who get raped, they wanted this. You know what I'm saying? Our body wants this. And I don't think you understand. I've never been sexually assaulted, but I've had that happen to people very close to me. And that is you would never be able to understand what kind of violation that is on a woman. So to then tell this woman she is forced to have this child, these are the situations you're going to continue to have. Jakayla can very much so just be a fucked up individual who decided, I was fucking, I got this baby, I don't want it, I'm gonna throw the baby in the dumpster. There were so many other options she could have chose. I don't know if she knew the safe haven rule or not, but this is going to continue to happen if we don't change this. I mean, before we were allowing abortions, women were really going in back rooms and dying. They were going in there and having people literally just go up there and stab shit up in there just so they can end this. And It's like 2023. I don't know why we have to resort back to this. I don't know why. It's not like we don't have enough fucking people in the world. Like if a woman decides she does not want to have a child, I think that's the safest bet than what this baby ended up having. Because if you ask me, I do think this baby's like and was a fate way worse than an abortion. You know what I'm saying? Like to make it through childbirth. And then in like 2 hours, you're fucking wrapped up in a bag and thrown in a fucking dumpster. And this is all because a whole bunch of men are worried about what we're doing with our pussy. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And I can't even argue. When I first read it, I was debating, damn, is the death penalty too extreme? I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know if it's too extreme because but she's only 18. You know what I'm saying? Everybody fucking stupid at 18. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And it could go too well. You fucking like an adult. And you killed somebody like an adult, I guess. So you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I don't know. But the whole situation is just fucked up beyond compare. I don't know what her family situation was like. I mean, I was trying to figure everything out, because a lot of times when young girls get pregnant, this didn't happen to me. I got pregnant at 22. And I had my daughter at 22. So I was older, but it is still on the younger side. And my mama wasn't like, you got to get the fuck out of my house. But I do know a lot of situations where they'd be like, you got to get the fuck out of my house with this baby. So for them to not even have known she was pregnant, she was keeping the whole pregnancy under wraps. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're like really, really, there's cases where really, really skinny people too have been pregnant and didn't even know. So I don't know. I don't know what it was. Her fucking mugshot pisses me off so fucking much. I hate that blank ass look on people's face when they do dumb shit. That's what her fucking mugshot looks like. It's the most irritating mugshot in the world. And I think I saw a video of her being in court. They said she was dazed, like she was just out of it. And I mean, I don't know, sis. I don't know if you'll be able to claim insanity for this. What she did was unforgivable, and Alabama is about to treat her ass like it was unforgivable. But I wish this was something that could trigger the people making these fucking laws to understand. Y'all may need to ease up on these abortion rules a bit. I don't know why the fuck y'all care so much. I remember we and Micah had a conversation about it. I'll make Micah come and give y'all like the white man's deep reason for doing this. I'm not really sure, but that's essentially what's going to keep happening. In the Tierra girls case, they said why her case was such a clear death penalty case is because the 4-month-old had skull fractures, broken ribs, 2 broken wrists, and multiple bruises. So it's like she beat the fuck out of that baby. And this is why they locked her up. And my thing is, yes, that was abusive, but I don't know. It's still pretty decadent to wrapping your newborn, your like 2-hour-old baby. How could this bitch even walk? Like it was so much going on. To go through childbirth without drugs and still not want to keep it? I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with her, but her whole fucking life is over now. And that's really what I hate to see. The baby's gone, her life's gone, 2 lives ruined for no fucking reason. And so anyway, I wish her the best. I'll give you guys an update on it. I know they said they're looking for the death penalty, but the district attorney said that he wasn't sure if they were gonna push for the death penalty. But either way, she's either gonna get the death penalty or life in prison. Then that's her. That's like the end of her fucking days. So rest in peace to that baby. And I don't have nothing to say. I don't have nothing to say for Jakayla. All right, the last topic. This is less heavy. Let's talk about it. Love of hip hop. Let's go there. As a Jamaican, Spice and Safari are pissing me off on this show. Okay? Let me just say, they might piss me off. Some people, I'm sure. Okay? Especially Safari. I ain't too mad at Grace all the way, but let's go all the way back. Amara La Negra. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I never really liked Amara that much. I know she has like this ditzy, airheady thing to her that like irritates me to my core. I don't get it, and then I understand her whole plight with the Afro-Latina thing, and I thought that was a very authentic storyline when she came in with that. But all the fuckery she did with like her twins daddy, she's a man clone. She's a yamhead, like a big, big, big yamhead. Amara La Negra, clearly, right? So and I don't keep up with Love and Hip Hop like I need to if I'm going to be talking about these people. But I just remember the drama she went through with the baby daddy. And then I remember seeing her in Safari doing some type of dance. And I said, girl, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Fucking Jamaicans are real you in, Mona. They almost as bad as Haitians. Haitians are worse, I think. I don't know. It's a tie. It's a tie. Haitians and Jamaicans both bad. So anyway, but yeah, so Amara, but beautiful girl. I think she's a lovely artist or whatever, but something about her mannerisms. And you know what's so funny, y'all? I said she's either a Cancer or a Libra. That bitch is a Libra. I didn't know it. They don't. They don't. But anyway, Amara came out, I believe the week before last or last week, and said, I have not had sex with anybody since my kid's father. But Amara, she said she gets paid to do a job. She's done her job. And we believe what we believe or whatever. Now, here's my issue with this, Amara. Yes, this is reality television. Yes, we all have understood at this point, Love and Hip Hop is very much so staged, but it is loosely based on reality. You ain't proving shit to me or anybody else by basically telling us that you a lying ass bitch, because that's what you just did. You went and got all this drama and mixed up. Safari big, dumb, goofy ass. I buy a Rolex for picnic with a licorice. Picnic them wrist big soft. And he buying Rolexes for 1 year old or 2 year olds or whatever. Safari's such a So anyway, you did all this, Abara, and then you want to come out and be big bad. I definitely feel like she fucked Safari, right? I definitely feel like she fucked him. And I think she's only coming out moving it this way now because she didn't get the reaction she expected. But my honest question is, Amara, what did you expect anybody to say to you, quote unquote, being with Safari? Safari ain't never had a good reputation on this shit. We didn't understand why Nikki was with Safari. We didn't understand why the other Nikki on Love and Hip Hop was with Safari. Erica Mena and Safari, maybe, I guess. But this nigga was fucking drifting and stir frying while she was in the hospital with his brand new baby. Even that business boat, nobody. And you really felt like we were going to support this. It was going to be a good look to say he was fucking Safari. Furthermore, I know you may feel like it was a good look because of the dick, right? Because we all see dick print. I was like, wow, Safari has a big old dick. It was enough for us to deal with Safari's bullshit and his antics and all that. But I saw the girl he was dating after Erica that looked like an Erica Mena too. I saw dick and it was not as big as it appeared to be. And then I felt like once I realized the dick was not what it was giving, now Safari needs to sit the fuck down. I don't want to hear no more dancing from you, Safari, no more songs. You lied to us about your penis. You don't take care of your picnic, and I'm not here for it. I just don't understand the whole dynamic. And I don't understand coming out to tell us you haven't been fucking us, fucking him. Like we're gonna believe you. Nobody believes that. And I'm usually inclined to believe what a woman says she hasn't had sex with somebody because I don't lie about who I be fucking, right. If I fuck somebody asks, I be like, yeah. I did that. I slid on it. You know what I'm saying? But bitches be lying. So I don't know. I think she's trying to distance herself from this because of everyone calling her like a yamhead, but it's too late, Amara. Y'all yamhead already. Okay? The yamhead thing is solidified, right? You're just as dumb as everybody else who keeps doing this. And I don't even understand why you would put yourself in a, it's kind of what I said when I brought Spice up on the previous episode. Whether you're doing this for ratings or this is really how you feel, I don't understand why you would want this impression of yourself presented to the world. You know what I'm saying? Why do you want to look like the dumb bitch who always picking niggas who gonna play him? Why do you want to look like you fucking a nigga who don't take care of his kids? Why do you want, you know what I'm saying? Why? And she was like, you guys want to see that? Bitch, nobody said they want to see that. Who the fuck asked you to be with Safari? Nobody said they want to see that. So I don't believe her. I feel like she's a dork. I feel like whatever happens to her in that situation with Safari, so be it. I hope she don't breed feed. Because Jamaican niggas love getting somebody pregnant. I met a nigga at Igloo yesterday, Guyanese. He told me off rip, he want me to have his baby. How y'all just introduce yourselves like that? What is that? What is wrong with island men who just feel like that's just the goal? So either way, nobody believes you, Amara. We do feel like you had sex with him. You are a clown for that. And I feel like if anything, I would rather her say, yeah, I'm fucking with him. I talked to him, double down. I said what I said, and That's it. But this whole, I don't want anybody to know, and Amara. So moving on from her, this whole Spice and Erica Mena situation. I remember when Spice came out, 2 months ago, and was arguing with Erica Mena's vagina on social media. I told y'all on the last podcast. I was very disappointed in that. Like I said, as a Jamaican who is a huge, huge Spice fan, Spice lowered herself entirely too much to even have this back and forth with Erica. And I don't even mind Erica Mena, right? Like Erica Mena been on Love Hip Hop since like inception. So I don't mind Erica, but I needed to hear what was said, right? Before I took a side either way. And I still felt like, before I saw it, I felt like there couldn't have been anything that Erica Mena said that was worth Spice arguing with Erica Mena's pussy on social media all day. Like she was going in about herpes and disease and your moat full of teeth like zip on and something. So after seeing it now, if you did not watch it, the summary of it goes as follows. Spice and Safari, Jamaican link up. Again, y'all, I need y'all to change the Jamaican persona on Love and Hip Hop because I'm upset with how we looking. But anyway, Spice comes to Miami. She stops to see Safari. Don't be mad at me. I think Erica all the way wrong. I don't think Erica all the way wrong either. Don't got kids, but if I did and you talk about my children, all bets are off. Okay. I'm gonna touch on that. That was a comment on my live. So anyway, she goes to see Safari and she's like, Safari, oh, you're not paying child support. Eric, I need the money for the picnic of them. You need to give her some money for the picnic of them. Safari said, I last year, tell her. Safari said, every time them see her and fuck her, which if I'm being honest, what the fuck that got to do with anything? If I want to fuck, let me not say that because it's weird. But if y'all fucking and I ain't got nothing to do with you giving child support, nigga. So he pulls up his phone, he shows the receipts. He said, I've been paying the child support, Spice. Spice said, no, stop. See that? Cool. Next scene. Spice got the key to the region of Miami. Shout out to Spice. Erica's there, her and Kurt, brief intermission. Y'all peep Kurt's hairline? Like when Kurt got hair. He got that Tory Lanez, LeBron James, DJ Envy thing. It looks nice. It looks nice. So anyway, they have the conversation. Erica Mena does her whole screaming thing. That vein pops out in the middle of her head. She does the whole thing. And then she was like, yeah, you paid the child support, but I'll get him the child support for March, or child support for December. I'm getting it in March. The child support for October, I just got it in January, whatever. So he's late. So Kurt's thing was, well, he paid child support late, but he still paid it. No, nigga, that's not what that means. Bills are due when the fuck they're due. Okay, that's what I never understood why people say that. I need the money on time, bitch, so I can pay it on time. You can't give it to me when you feel like you want to give it to me because I can't pay these motherfuckers when I feel like I want to pay. So no. So either way, I do think Erica probably was a little more hung up on the fact that he was fucking Amara or whatever. And to me, that's normal because Safari ran her down for however long just to get her pregnant twice. And like stir fry all through Jamaica. Like that's all the fuck he did. I just waste time. So I know she's probably dealing with some inner stuff there, whatever. But I do think that is a problem. Paying that shit months after the fact is still not paying it on time. Either way, so Erica says, yes, he's lying. Here's the stuff. She showed it to Shakana. Another brief intermission. I do not like Shakana. Y'all like Shakana? She's so loud and messy and unnecessary. What the fuck is her reason on the show? What is her storyline? What is her purpose? Like, she's just always just so loud and just so in people's business and just like so abrasive with it. And it's like Shakana or Shakina. That's how Spice pronounce it. Shakina. Yeah, that's Shakina. Anyway, so they have a sit down or some shit like that. Spice says she heard from Safari. Again, Safari running his mouth like a bitch. I don't like that. And then it's like, Safari, why you snitching so much? Like, I don't get it. The mixed up on blend blend thing, but ain't not. Because what you taking a fucking taking voice notes to Spice for? Oh, this is what Erica said about you. Like that is some whole shit. That's some whole shit. Safari's a hoe. So he takes the notes, and I'm guessing Erica went the fuck off. And okay. Erica said she wanted to explain this to Spice because she knows how Spice probably heard this from Safari and it was a little aggressive. They had a little sit down at like a big table. I believe Jakayla was there. I love how Spice says her name. Jakayla was there, I think. And so they talked. But Spice, her mood was definitely already set. Spice feel like say, the girl not like her. She don't want the 15. So she tried to even kiss her on the cheek or something like that. She was like, no. So either way, Spice, in the back and forth, Spice was like, oh, your son don't like you. And I forgot, it was kind of back and forth. And let me give Erica this. Erica was definitely humble in what I saw. My TV's over here, that's why I'm pointing this way. Erica was definitely humble in sitting down and talking. Like she ain't had no rah-rah in her voice. Spice was annoyed off rip. But Erica was like, what I admire about you, Spice. So I was like, oh, she kissed the ass. She kissed the ass. Bad. But she probably knows how it sounds. And so it was basically when Spice was in the hospital recently, Safari was crying. Safari was like, oh my gosh, Spice, what I'm gonna do if something happened to Spice? I thought that was sweet. That's his brethren, right? Jamaicans unite. Jamaicans unite, right? So, oh my gosh. Meg gonna keep calling me. Let me see if she call me again. Maybe not. Okay. So I thought that was really sweet because, you know, he's sticking beside her or whatever. So Erica's thing was, but I'm your wife. And I was literally like dying. And you was in Jamaica dancing and didn't give a fuck. So Spice was like, well, why would you compare the two, right? Erica's thing was, that's what I said. And that's what Safari recorded and took to you. And it made it seem like I didn't give a fuck that you were in the hospital. It's not that I didn't care that you were in the hospital, but when I was in the fucking hospital, my husband didn't give a fuck. When I was in the hospital with our newborn baby fighting for our life, this nigga was at Duns River Falls. So she was like, Spice, you would feel fucked up too if your husband did that to you. And Spice was like, no, I wouldn't care why you comparing the two. So I want to stop there. I feel like that's cap. If your man, I would have done the same. Like I would have done the same. And I would have also handled it like Erica. I would have came in humble, like, look, Spice, my beef ain't even with you, bitch. It was really with this nigga, right? I didn't like how he handled it. I obviously cared that you were in the hospital. But when I was on my deathbed, and this is my husband, married by whatever, he didn't give a fuck. Spice was kind of on some, I don't feel like you should have compared the two, or I don't feel like whatever. And I didn't care for that energy from Spice. Because if it was your nigga, you would have felt the same. Safari do too fucking much. And the whole mix up on blend now is because of Safari. He the main big lanky dumb nigga in the middle, just causing mix up on drama and whatever. You would have been pissed if your husband responded that way and in the same situation. So fine. Spice claims that she wouldn't care about that. And she kind of went on and then in between then, that's when, I don't know, some back and forth, and Spice was just like, your son don't like you. Okay. That's kind of where everything hit the fan. Erica said, what? Bitch. Now she didn't say it like that. Erica was like, how you know about my son? And then Erica just gets up and flips the whole fucking table, right? So after that, the whole argument ensues. Spice just kept, your son don't like you. Your son don't like you. Erica did kind of called her a black monkey, blue monkey, I believe, which is a racial slur for niggas. And where she really went too deep for me, I say Erica was like, you should have died on the table. Bitch, you should have died. I don't play like that. I don't play like that. You know, wish dead partner, buddy. That makes sense. Especially when your ass is just in hospital sick, bitch. You don't do that. Now, here's what I'll say. I'm taking it all the way back to this. I live by this every day. You can say or do whatever you want to do or say to somebody, but you cannot tell them how to respond to it. And that's a fact. So it doesn't matter how I feel, you feel, Spice feel. Spice brought up her son, and Erica said, fuck you. And I have to side with Erica on this. I'm sorry. I gotta side with Erica. You can do whatever you want to do to somebody. You can say whatever you want to say to somebody, but you cannot tell them how to respond to it. I don't give a fuck how overreactive we think Erica was, we can't tell that bitch how to feel about that. Apparently, she really does have some tension with her son. Now, Spice did say, you said your son don't like you or whatever. So Spice did kind of say that. And I don't feel like Spice was trying to go below the belt in that regard. I feel like Spice was just getting spicy. But like I said, you can't tell people how to respond to it. If Erica felt like these are fighting words, bitch, and it's fighting words, and we flipping the table. Because can't nobody tell me how the fuck to respond when I feel disrespected either. So I can't really knock that. I definitely think Erica obviously crossed the line with the blue monkey comments because it's a racial slur. You do technically have Black kids, Jamaican kids, Jamaican as fuck with Safari in the mix. So this isn't really the way to go. And I honestly don't. It's a toss up, bitch. Here's what I'll say. I don't feel like Erica was trying to make it a racial slur thing, but I don't know how the fuck you don't know that's a racial slur. You're a bright girl, Erica, and everyone knows calling niggas monkeys is out of here. So I refuse to believe that she did not know that was bad. Now I do think she didn't know that shit would have got her fired because she's been fired from Love and Hip Hop, and I know that's been an argument too because people have been saying she recorded this shit months ago, and Love and Hip Hop knows this. Why are they just firing her now? But my thing is, jobs don't tell you ahead of time before they fire you. They fire you when they feel like it. So they really could have known that they were going to fire Erica since the fucking filming, or they knew that it was, or maybe they were waiting to see how the crowd responded to it. Maybe they're waiting to see if we were gonna, kind of aim towards that. But I'm not mad at Love and Hip Hop for airing it because again, she said what the fuck she said. I want everybody to have to stand on their motherfucking words. That's how I work. So Spice said something about her son. Spice gonna have to stand on that. And Erica out here calling niggas monkeys and wishing they died on tables. And she gonna have to fucking stand on that. And that's just what it is. I don't think she had to be fired for that. But my thing is, Erica has always kind of been a little problematic on Love and Hip Hop. And y'all love the bitch because of what she does. So I don't know. I wasn't called monkey. I don't know how Spice felt about it. Like, I'm pretty sure the "you should have died" comment hit home more for Spice than that. But Erica showed who she was. I'm not somebody who believes you could just say whatever the fuck you want to say when you're angry. You play them games with me, you getting cut the fuck off forever. I'm very straightforward about that too. I don't even play the fiddle. So Erica dug really deep. The tag was Spice went low and Erica went to hell, and she kind of did. And now you're fired. So I don't know. It's my overall opinion on the situation is Erica definitely went too far with the monkey and the "you should have died" comment, but you can do or say whatever you want to do to somebody. You can't tell them how to respond to it, right? It's not your place to tell me how to feel about you disrespecting me. So when I feel disrespected now it's my time, right? And maybe you went low and maybe I do want to go to hell with it. Who knows? But that's kind of how that whole thing played out. So I know when I read the Love and Hip Hop release, this Love and Hip Hop statement, when they released it or whatever, they said we'll see this play out in the last couple episodes of the season. So I'm interested to see how it plays out. I think they should have suspended her, not fired her, because they both was on some bullshit. All right. Why so early? Why so I know, baby, I'm usually going. You just kept interrupting when I was off. I was calling you. I'll tell you, dang. Your hair looks nice. Good job. You can look the best way. Say hi to people. My daughter, come stand next to me. Don't tell. We're gonna think she is. Okay, mom. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I agree. I don't know. I do think if they want to stand on it's not okay to be racially whatever, throw racial slurs and stuff like that, then they would have to kind of go hard on Erica Mena and what she did. But I don't know. It's a toss up. It's a toss up. I don't know if I agree with her being fired all the way either. Only because Spice did start with her. You know what I'm saying? And that may really be a trigger for Erica. And so maybe she could have got suspended. Maybe it could have been a this and that. But see, because then every time I go back to the racial slur comment, it's not even the you should have died on the table comment. Because maybe that's an anger thing, I guess. But the racial, I refuse to believe she did not know that was a racial slur. But I did see something people pointed out, and it's this whole thing with maybe people of Latin descent. They're Black too, and they can say the word nigga, right? And that's kind of something. So people kind of made that point that y'all been letting Erica feel like she a nigga this whole time, and that's why Erica responds that way, or that's why Erica thinks she can say whatever the fuck she want to say about or to Black people. I cannot confirm or deny that. I do not agree with Latin people saying nigga. Like, I feel like this is just an us thing. I don't feel like that's something we need to be spreading around for the world. But I try my best not to get in these debates much because, like I said, you can say or do whatever you want to do to somebody. You cannot tell them how to respond to it, right? And I'm definitely cut from the cloth. Where you go low, I go to hell, right? I'm cut from that cloth. So anyway, I'm interested to see how this plays out. Like I said, ultimately, I guess in general, I can't say I'm on Spice's side, but I am more on Spice's side than Erica because I think Erica went too far. But Spice started with her, so to me, I feel like it's kind of fair game, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's fair game because you can't tell somebody how to respond to disrespect. How disrespect affects you is not how disrespect affects the next person. So, you know, I'm interested to see how this plays out. And to go all the way back to what I said when I first brought this up like a couple episodes ago. Now that I know everything that Erica did, right? Do I feel like Spice's response on social media was warranted? Sure. Because you can say whatever you want to say to somebody, you can't tell them. I think for me, a bitch telling me I should have died when I literally almost died, that's enough, right? I don't think Spice even care about the Black Monkey comments as much. I think Spice is really mad. Well, then you know what? No, let me change that because Spice has made a point to talk about colorism. Yes, Jamaicans, for whatever fucking reason, Jamaicans still bleach so bad. Like, oh my gosh, I saw so many bleached out people yesterday. Why are we still bleaching, y'all? We ain't let that go yet. Vibes Cartel don't do it no more. He been locked up for years. Like, why are we still bleaching? So anyway, that really may have been a trigger for Spice. Most dark-skinned girls, we all have some type of complex with us if we don't kind of work through it. Because light-skinned, it was cooler to be light-skinned once upon a time. So Spice maybe does have that. So maybe the monkey plus the you should have died comment, it probably wasn't enough. I do feel like now Spice's reaction was warranted. Was warranted. So I'm not mad at Spice anymore for arguing with Erica Mena's pussy on social media because I get it. Bitch said she wish she would have died. Right? I'm interested to hear how Erica works this out because now, on another note, Erica just got arrested, right? I think I talked about in the last episode. Erica and Bambi and somebody got arrested recently. So she seemed like she's just going down a spiral, bitch. Like she's spiraling out of control, and Safari's still just stir frying. Safari's still just stir frying. Like it's nothing, right? I did also see previews of next episode and Kurt and his new hairline. Kurt was really going off about it. So, like I said, I mean, I refuse to believe Erica didn't know that. Like, I refuse to believe she didn't know that would have been bad. And my thing is, she really could have been on fuck this job, fuck Spice, fuck who don't like it. You a Black monkey, and it's like, okay, you know, you're gonna have to live on that now. It's a difficult situation. Agreed. Hey, what's up, Darn? You don't call Black people monkeys. It's racist, period. Correct. But that was a bit much. I wish Erica would have kept her temper under control and just walked away. There were so many ways. Like, I wish she would have kept it under control, like she kept it under control when Spice was cussing her the fuck out a couple months ago. But now I know why Erica played it so smooth. She kept it so player because she knows she called her a Black fucking monkey and told her she wishes she died. So that's why Erica was so calm when Spice was cussing her the fuck out on social media. And it's like, Erica, you really shouldn't have been that smooth about it because she was like, nobody who's ever played in my face is in a better situation. But now your ass is not in a better situation. You just got fucking arrested on some bullshit and now you done lost your job. So I don't know what else she does or whatever, but I am from the cloth of you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And Erica won a stupid prize. And Spice's stupid prize, it was you brought up that girl's son and she told you should have died, bitch. And so I feel like they're equal? No. I don't feel like they're equal, but like I said, you can do whatever you want to do to somebody. You cannot tell them how to respond to it. I do feel like that's something everybody should take with them. She plays in Tubi movies. You being funny, or is that for real? Are you cracking, or is that really what she's doing? She plays in Tubi. You know what, bitch? I think you're like the stepmom thing, right? Oh, she does play in Tubi movies. Well, that's okay, Erica. I'm for real, for real. Okay, okay. So shout out to Erica and her Tubi movies. Shout out to Spice. Something somebody else pointed out. I want to just mention this, right? Jamaicans do argue very different. I'm Jamaican, right? We do argue very different. Okay. So on a good day, you may be told to fuck off, right? On a badder day, you could be told to go suck your mother, right? And that's a bad Jamaican insult, and we say it all the time. I be telling people to suck their mother in the shade room comments all the time, and it's only because they be disrespecting me. Once a bitch gets split with me, then that's it. So, with that being said, I understand where there's culturally a disconnect, right? Because I'm not trying to defend Spice, but what I'm saying is, in the way Spice brought her son up, she wasn't necessarily like, it wasn't a diss to her son or anything like that. She was coming at Erica because Spice could have said some really fucked up shit if she was trying to like jab at her son. That's why your ugly son. She could. I mean, there's so many ways to duck him up. So I mean, there's so many other things Spice could have said about the baby if that's what the fuck she was trying to be on. So she wasn't really doing that. She was more so knocking Erica ass and her bullshit. But again, like I said, Erica didn't like that. She's shaking the fucking table. I know K. Michelle's just sitting back like, look at these bitches. Look at my son throwing tables and shit. Woo! All right, well, guys, thank you. She was coming at her parenting, not her son. Correct. She was coming at her parenting, not her son. So, but again, you know, everyone doesn't receive stuff the same way. So I don't know. I don't know if I agree with her being fired. I don't know if I agree with her being fired, but if they're doing it on the standpoint of racial slurs, then yeah, because that monkey shit was as racist as it fucking gets. And I'm interested to see how everyone responds with Erica Mena going forward, because remember Sin Santana? That was Erica's little like lesbian lover one time. And Joe Budden, that's Joe Budden's baby's mama. So Sin had made a comment one time about just how Black men prefer her or Latin women way more than Black women or some shit like that. And I wasn't even mad at the comments from her necessarily, because it's clearly niggas around her making her feel like that. So they said she was suspended for a season, not fired indefinitely. My thing is, they were very specific about the wording too, if you peep. They were like, she will not return to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm like, okay, but she started off on Love and Hip Hop New York. So maybe is she just gonna go back to Love and Hip Hop New York? Like, you bitches ain't slick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And Erica gives them too much ratings and blah blah blah, like way more than Amara and her fucking Yammed ass. So I don't know. I find it hard to believe they're gonna let go of Erica Mena all the way either. But they let go of Jocelyn, big coked out ass. So, you know, maybe not. I don't know. But I wish them all the best, bro. You know what I'm saying? Scrappy came out and I heard him saying he thought it was fucked up. But then he was like, after he watched the whole thing in context, he was like, it was fucked up what Erica did. And then Safari, I was at Igloo yesterday, I think, and I saw a post from Safari, and he was like, my kids need their mommy. And I'm like, this bitch is losing all her fucking marbles because of you. Nigga, you the problem. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my kids need their parents, and they need their daddy too. So what the fuck? Should be on Miami. Okay, right, because this is Love Hip Hop Atlanta. You're right. So she can go to Miami or she can go to New York. I would say she should go to New York. That's where she's from. right? All right, well, that's all I got for y'all today. I gotta go do my hair. Wish me luck. I gotta do plaits. I'm doing really, really long plaits because I'm ridiculous and I like them really long like that. This is for Micah's bachelorettes this month. Big Mike is getting married. I am a bridesmaid in the building. And I need my hair to be flat for one of her outfit looks. And if you guys recall, I got big, big hair. So cut this shit off the network. That's hilarious. I don't know if we're gonna get rid of Love and Hip Hop. I enjoy the ratchetry. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't sway me one way or the other. My daughter doesn't watch it. She's a child, so she can't. And you know, reality shows have been around for a long time. Real World, Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls Club was real bad. And I didn't watch it till closer to the end of it. I started watching it. And Bad Girls Club was crazy too. I mean, the bitches really just sat on there fighting all day. Like that's what they do. Yes, Britt, I am doing my own hair, girl. I always do my own hair and I hate it. I considered I looked up how much it would cost me to have somebody do my plait. And it was like $300 something. I said, who the fuck is about to spend all that money? When I can do it myself, I've been doing my plaits for a long time and it does take me like a week. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I'll sit here, I'll do it. Like right now, I don't feel the urge. It's very much so giving no, but I need them done in the next 2 weeks. The bachelorette's in 2 weeks. And it's taken me 2 weeks before to do my hair. So I have to start them today. So anyway, please visit us at letUsSayItForYou.com. Follow us at Let Us Say It For You on IG. Let Us Say It For on YouTube. Let's fuck. Damn it. You see? I'm gonna try it again. Please follow us at Let Us Say It For You on Instagram. Let Us Say It For You on YouTube. And Let Us Say It For You, just be you, on Twitter. I did it better last episode. I don't know. I really got to go back and listen. I say that every time and then I don't. Anyway, you guys be safe. Happy Virgo season to you weirdos. And wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Thank you for listening.